It is beyond the issue of SARS. It is beyond the issue of police. It is about the country and the leaders in the country. When it comes to security, you don't score. You can only talk in terms of narratives. So all over the world, that is globally, nobody's going to score any government on security to say whether you scored 99% or 0%. So we always say that it's relatively safe, we are relatively secured. It's also fluid. That is, it could as well be unpredictable because security is such that you may be having a peaceful atmosphere now, and some kind of opportunistic crimes will just emerge, and that is applicable globally. It's not just peculiar to Nigeria. I would also first let you know that whatever that had happened in Oyo State is not peculiar to Oyo State. Globally, there was the pandemic, which brought about some security issues all over the world. And of course, nationwide, we also face the NSAS protests and activities of some criminal elements that leverage on the protest to carry out some criminal activities. So it's not about looking at Oyo State in isolation. It's a thing that has been faced nationwide and globally. Coming back to Oyo State, you also asked me what does it look like in Oyo State compared to some other part of the country. It's also relatively peaceful here, even in terms of destructions during the NSAS thing. It's Oyo State is still a bit better, and of course, if you recall, within the Southwest, I think Oyo State is just about the only state that did not declare curfew when that protest was ongoing. So, in terms of management, it was like Oyo State is a little bit better in terms of management. I would not want to make comparison, having been in a security professional. So there's no way I'll be making comparison because what was faced probably last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and the challenges that evolved, that came up that time, are probably different from the challenges you are facing within the past 2 months, within the past 3 months. But I can say that in terms of the wherewithal and the priority attached to security, you know that security is one of the four cardinal programs of the present administration. It is also the first time in the history of the state that they are having a communication network that can get to every nook and cranny of your state. Prior to this time, what I was told, and of course what I've seen in the course of my service, is that when you carry a walkie-talkie, you probably cannot transmit further than your turn. So you now have a gadget with which the security agencies, can coordinate their activities to the extent that if you are pursuing a criminal and is running away, you can easily call Kishi, you can easily call Shaki. One agency cannot do it alone. So the Constitution provides for intervention of the military when the police that's supposed to be the lead agency in internal security is overwhelmed. And that brought about, okay, let's have synergy of the agencies. In the Operation Burst, you have the Army, we have a detachment of Air Force in the state, you have personnel of the Air Force, you have the state security personnel, that's the DSS, and you have the civil defense. And of course, you have the SRS, that's the police suit response squad. It's part of that outfit that is created. And we don't stop at that. Where situation requires, we do what is called a joint operation, where all the agencies, the security and law enforcement agencies in the state, combine together. That is, plus the custom, immigration, the road safety, the NDLA. So there have been situations where all of them come together to say, okay, all of us will put ourselves in a convoy and do a joint convoy patrol. This period of healing is a period where confidence building is being carried out. Yes, quite a number of people have said they observe that you don't see more policemen on the road. You look at the different areas and what they've been working, what they've been doing is to do a joint patrol. Because if you notice now, maybe people have not noticed that. You will see an Operation Burst vehicle and you will see a police suit response squad vehicle side by side. So things are coming up gradually. And as time goes by, you will see the improvement. If you watch the events, it's moved from saying, oh, we want SARS to end, we want police to stop brutality, to other things. So it is a wake-up call. It's a reminder that the gaps in governance must be quickly fixed. So the easiest way to get that done is to use the police, because that is the institution that has the widest spread. Every nooks and cranny in this country, you will see the police there. So the police is the symbol, the most visible symbol of government. So when people go against the police, that is to say that something is wrong with the government. It's an unusual time in the States. The security and law enforcement institutions proud to this time, because once it gets to August, you see all the security agencies putting their hearts together. They put up their operational plan as to how do we make sure that the Ember months don't follow the same trend, increase in crime. Because once it is getting to Ember months, you see increased movement of people that have been working for the past 9, 10 months. They want to go and rest and celebrate with families. And of course, all the security agencies always avert their mind to that and put up plans. And I can tell you that they've done that as well in the state. And what is required to, achieve the objectives of the plans that have been set out, the wherewithal, the support that is necessary for the state to give, that the state, because of the commitment of His Excellency, the Executive Governor of the state, it's been giving them all that support as it comes, as they, they come up with, oh, these are gaps in our tools. The state has continuously support that, and we continue to support whatever that the agencies are doing in order to make sure that they keep our people safe and more secure, including people that need to pass through Oyo State. The police should not be taken in isolation. It's about the whole country. When government, maybe immediately after independence, the number of institutions that government supported are far, far lesser than the number of institutions that they will support now. The number of policemen you had 30 years ago is far, far lesser than the number of policemen you have now. So these challenges are evolving ones, and the government can only try within the limited resources that is available to support the institutions.